All right, let's talk a little baseball here. The owners have a proposal to the Baseball Players Association, led by Tony Clark now. Clark was a first baseman with the Detroit Tigers back in the day, and he got some criticism last time around, last labor deal, and now it looks like he's trying to make up for it. There are 67 pages involved here in the owner's proposal, specific health and screening and distancing protocols, 82-game regional schedule with a universal DH. I'm not sure why the DH is such an important deal here. It's a higher paid job, which the unions would like. It's better for the game. I would just think that there's not much argument about that. Talking about a 30-man active roster with a 20-player taxi squad. And I thought, well, okay, they could travel with the team, but there won't be any travel, so I'm not sure what that. The 20-person taxi squad must have to do with less minor league teams out there, and 14 teams in the postseason, and then a 50-50 revenue split for owners and players, distribution to be determined by the MLBA. Now, here's the thing. Baseball has never had a 50-50 split, never had a split at all, as far as I know. It is common in other sports. NFL players get 48%, NHL 50%. NBA players get 49 to 51, depending on the revenue. And Tony Clark says that if it's called revenue, if there's a revenue sharing plan, a non-starter, and revenue sharing would be unprecedented in Major League Baseball. So who's got the advantage here, other than both aren't going to be the fans aren't going to be happy with either one of them?
Yeah, I don't know that anybody has the advantage. I guess if I had to say, I would say the players have the advantage because they've always seemed to have the advantage in baseball. Even when there have been work stoppages, the owners have never gotten what they wanted out of those negotiations with players. So until I see it happen, I guess I got to assume that the players are still strong enough to stick together. But anytime you use the word unprecedented, if you're Tony Clark, well, unprecedented times may call for unprecedented changes, or steps. And this is certainly an unprecedented time.
Wouldn't you think, without taking sides here, that they would, because of what this is in 2020, that just get out? I thought when they're talking about playing the game, I was just assuming that they were waiting to get the ruling from the scientists and the doctors and all that stuff. I assume that's what it is. It didn't dawn on me they had a labor negotiation to tie into this. Wouldn't you think sensible people would just say, let's put this aside and go ahead and do whatever you have to do next in the off season? Yeah,
certainly from a standpoint, a perception standpoint, that would certainly be the best thing for both sides, because the last thing fans want to hear right now, especially fans that have lost jobs or forced to stay at home, taking pay cuts, furloughs, whatever else is happening in their life. They certainly don't look at these guys as bereaved parties, that's for sure.
When you take a look at this and the surrounding sports, let's say football, which is going full speed ahead, it looks like it anyway. The Browns, for example, announced their actual exhibition games schedule. And by the way, I don't want to hear them say, and Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be here for the 4th exhibition game. You can't promote that, can you? I'm guessing Tom Brady wouldn't play in Game 4, but yeah. They're going ahead as if everything is normal. Even basketball looks more positive about playing out the season here. And how bad would that be if baseball, the summer game, which would be the first one chronologically that could be ready to go? How will they justify that? I mean, baseball's in such trouble anyway. This only makes it worse.
Well, some of us who were around here in '94, remember a lost World Series to this kind of haggling over money. And I guess baseball, maybe I thought had learned its lesson after that. Certainly the game came back after that. Whether steroids were part of the reason why it did or not, it certainly came back in a big way. But I think it's a fool's position to think that killing another season or letting another season die, I'll say, that they'd be able to come back from this too. I wouldn't want to take that chance if I were either side in this.
No, and you're coming back off the Houston Astros and Boston Red Sox. It's just a bad look, no question about it.